thinking about doing, I have my ancestor garden over here where I'm going to have my flowers and all that of my beautiful scenery type stuff. Right here in the center, I'm going to be doing paver stones and maybe like a little fire pit on top of that. Maybe just like the little fire pits that you can get from like Tractor Supply or Home Depot or something like that, or even Walmart I think has them. But yeah, just something, because we don't really have a lot of fires, so just something that we can just sit out and enjoy with our friends just right here off the porch. And then I have this tree, that's my mother-in-law's. Oh, it's a catalba tree, that's what it is. So I'm trying to figure out how to take care of it. It's supposed to be a really, really good shade tree, but it's very stunted and, you know, because it's just been planted in AB soil. So I need to figure out what this plant needs, or this tree needs, so that way we can, you know, make it into a nicer shady area for the front of the house. And then over in this area right here, I think I'm gonna have my husband move the trailer off of this, and then I want to put a fence across here, whether it's probably just gonna be a barbed wire fence with a gate, or something along that. Maybe I'll get some panels, like cattle panels or something, and put across there, and then put some fencing to keep rabbits out. And then doing a raised garden bed over here, and then maybe building a rabbit hutch over in that far side, and just keeping, you know, one male rabbit, 2 does for our family. Excuse me. Woo! For our family, that one male rabbit and 2 does would be perfect for our size of family, so that way we could raise rabbits for meat. They're close enough to the house where, you know, predators aren't going to be likely come up and mess with them. We do have house dogs, so that way if coyotes or whatnot come up closer to the house, we've got hounds over there, plus hounds in the house, that will alert us if anything comes up around the house. The dogs down below that protect the chickens, they kind of bark at everything that comes and goes, so their barking just keeps predators away, and then that way, you know, if something big happens, you know, we know to go down there or whatnot. But this way we would have them up here at the house. So like I said, I'm thinking about doing raised garden beds and such up here, which I would just build them kind of like my planter over here with 2x4s, and just have those, sorry if I'm making you seasick, over here. It's a really good open space. I don't want to worry about tilling or things like that. I think container gardens would be the best bet for me starting out with a garden, because we all know that I am not a gardener, and to start off too big and too much would be more, you know, a bigger chunk than I can chew. So I want to make sure that, you know, I'm starting off slow. I'm only going to do a couple of things in the spring and kind of go from there. But I do have a great big cast iron pot, and I don't know if you can see it way back there. It's our little cast iron pot. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put it over here somewhere and actually grow strawberries in it. A tradition that my family has done in the past is my grandmother, growing up, would grow strawberries in a cast iron bathtub. And I just remember that, and it makes my heart so happy. So I'm thinking that that would be something that I would like to pass on as a tradition, to grow strawberries in a cast iron pot. But anyhow, and then yeah, go from there. I also want to show you something else that I've started working on for the kids. Like I said, this is real life. This is our property. It's not the prettiest, you know, right now, but so we have our deck, which is just flippin' amazing. I love it. We do need to put up new railing because all of this that they did was not secure. It wobbles. So the kids don't really come out on the deck very much. Plus we've got nice big gaping holes. So yeah, we try and block most of it. I think that's a new development, so we'll have to put something over there. But I want to do a lot of potted plants up here to just kind of make it more visually beautiful, and you know, who doesn't love lots of flowers. But over here we have a peach tree, which I'm gonna have to learn how to prune this thing and help it rejuvenate for the next year. We didn't get anything off of it this year because the birds got everything before we were able to harvest any of it. So next year I want to make sure that we get net covering over it before the birds start to get after it, and the mice and squirrels and all the lovely things that we have out here. And then this is a rose bush that isn't doing so good. I need to trim that thing down and really take more care of that. But yeah, so, and then over here we have the little section left of the property, and what I've done is I hauled over a bunch of leftover bricks, and what I'm planning on doing, I'm probably going to extend this out a little bit more to where you can see where I've drawn a line in the dirt, and then I'm going to put cardboard in the bottom and then fill it with good potting soil, and then let the kids grow wildflowers over here in the spring. So or you know, maybe they want to do some vegetables and stuff, but this is the southern side of the yard, so you have a lot of sunshine throughout the day. It's something that you have to kind of consider, okay, how much sun is the plants over here gonna get? What can we actually grow over here that will do well? So I was just thinking, you know, hey, let the kids try their hand at some wildflowers over here, plus, you know, bringing the bricks out away from the steepest part of the drop off, because that goes down to the second story. It will keep them from accidentally falling off the edge. So yeah, like, or I can, I don't know, build up that wall. I don't know. There's just so many projects to do on the homestead that, you know, you have so many amazing ideas that you want to do, and you just gotta do things one step at a time because of finances and time. But so another thing that I want to do is over here is where our brown water comes out. You can kind of see a little bit of a wet spot down there, like that's where our bathtub drains out, and then I think our washer drains out that. I think that's the only two things that we have that comes out of there. But what I want to do is I would like to plant some trees in that area. I'm not sure what kind of trees. I want to eventually do some kind of an orchard. I don't know if that would be a good spot for it or not, because of water access. But we do have a spigot right here, so that still wouldn't be too bad. But it would also be watering, especially during the summertime. A large portion of the water for it would be coming from our bathtub water and things like that, which isn't too harmful on the trees. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some really good things to do here on the homestead. I'm so new at this stuff, but you know, why not? I'm super excited. I got this land, and you know, it's one of those things, take it little by little and go from there. So I do want to get some more flowers planted in here, and this, I think I'm going to use that as like a little bee water. I need to get some marbles and then just make sure I put some water in there daily for our friendly bees. We don't mind the bees being around here and pollinating things, just as long as they don't try and build a hive in anything. We've had problems with beehives in cookers and in our generator room, and when you get to that point, then they get aggressive when you're trying to deal with your power and your solar, and that's not a good thing. So we try and do things where we coexist with the bees, but they need to keep their hives away from the house. I haven't decided whether I want to raise bees at this point or not, but for the time being, we'll feed the bees with the flowers and let them pollinate. Yeah. Okay, so our wood got delivered today. They brought us 2 more cords. We still need one more, well, half a cord left, but I want to show you our pile. So this is the pile. This is about 2 cords worth. The ground's not very level here, but it's a giant stack compared to my little pile there. So now I have a few days worth of stacking wood, because this is how we left it last year. We just left it in a big heap, but I want to make it nice and stacked. Just makes it easier when we need to come and pick it up and cut it and whatnot. But most of this wood is already pre-cut, so we just have to chunk it in the wood burning stove. But some of it is a little bit big, so we'll have to cut it a little bit down. But anyhow, we're all tuckered out. Kids helped unload all of the wood. Now they're getting a pop. Hi. So then we're gonna have some ice cream.